What's up, friends? Today we're going to talk about landlines. Now, this is important as kind of like a social tool of the 80s and 90s because we really didn't have any other options that were reliable. And I'll try to tell you guys about what else there might have been. I mean, there was beepers, but you couldn't really text somebody on a beeper unless you could read beeper code because it was just numbers. And then we had car phones in the 80s. Car phones were more popular than cell phones in the 80s. Pretty much nobody had a cell phone, but if you were a big businessman, you would have a car phone or a limousine. These things weren't a big deal either. No one used them. Then car phones fell out in the 90s as cell phones kind of picked up, but a cell phone wasn't for everybody. Not everybody had one. They never worked very good. There was never good cell phone coverage. So I would say still up until about 98 or so, people were still just using the landline. And it's important to remember that this was the respected means of all communication, like social media, everything. It was all just a phone, like a human voice on the other end of the line. And that's what really shapes the conversation, is that you're talking to somebody and you have to change the tone of your voice to close the conversation, or you have to sound excited when someone calls you so that it doesn't sound like you're bummed out. And it's like sort of a facade sometimes, or act. It's a bunch of stuff that we don't really do anymore. Like, it was funny that we based our social lives on people calling us in the 80s, and we don't really hit each other up anymore. Like, if you want to find out what people are doing, you go to their social media and you just look at their wall and you could see like if something's going to happen or whatever. But back in the day, I came home from school and I tried to hear from my phone right away. Did one of my friends call me already? Should I call one of my friends? You're not cool unless someone calls you, so it's good to hear your phone, get there right away, or get to your phone before someone else in your family has it, because there's only one. And some people, they would, if you were popular, you would have to call a lot of people every day. You'd call maybe like 10, 20 people and try to figure out what everybody's doing, and then from there decide what you want to do. That was like what Rai Rai would do. He was like more of a broker. Everybody would want to figure out what was going on, so you'd just call Rai Rai, and he would have a few friends linked to another few friends, and he would know what was going on everywhere. And that's what it really used to be popular. That would be like to know what everybody else has going on. Who's popular now? People with lots of followers? Not necessarily. Some of those people are the least popular. So, I mean, it was a lot different and it was a lot more genuine, because once you did get through to somebody and you went to go hang out, you couldn't be bothered. You were just cell phoneless.